So you're not really defined by the times where you're not busy. You're defined by the times where you're at the peak.
As a surgeon, how do you calm your nervous system?
Boy, that's a really tough question. Well, if you're right in surgery and things aren't going as predicted, you just have to have a plan in your head, and it's one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. It's important when you're going into surgery to be prepared, because you have to know that these things can happen and have a way that you're going to manage them at that time. And then you also have to understand that nobody is perfect. Things happen, and complications are a part of surgery. They're not something that can be avoided.
Absolutely.
So you also not just have to manage that complication effectively, you have to be able to put it behind yourself, because you have a whole slate of other patients that are relying on you for the rest of the day. So you don't have the benefit of being able to just fold up on yourself. And so one of the things when I'm working with resident physicians to say is, surgeons that do high volumes of surgery versus doing some that do fewer, one of the most important things that you can do if you want to be able to do more is to be able to work through when you have tougher days, because you never know which day that's going to be. So one of the key skills that you have to build is, what am I going to do if things don't go as planned, and how am I going to continue and make sure that I'm showing up for that next patient? So to put it into context, like, I could do more than 1,000 surgeries in a year. So something that happens 1 in 1,000 times will happen, and you just don't know on what day that's going to happen. And what happens if you have 15 or 20 surgeries and that happens on the first one, right? So you have to be ready to keep working. So you're not really defined by the times where you're not busy. You're defined by the times where you're at the peak. It's really, you're not defined by how you can perform when everything is easy.
No, I love that perspective. And I think that's one of the reasons that you're great at your job, is to having that right mindset and perspective that you have toward it.